or whatever time you're watching this. It's morning when we're going live with this.
We definitely thought this was live worthy. Huge Disney news. Disneyland, Walt Disney World, as you know or may not know, Disney held the D23. What is it called? D23
Destination.
I always want to say connections, but that's actually
Let me just,
a word that will matter.
Adjust this here. We got a lot of headroom. There we go.
So there's a convention going on, basically like a D23 over in Orlando right now.
Yeah.
Today was the parks panel where they announced a bunch of stuff. Like, I mean,
Crazy.
A bunch of stuff. Pretty cool stuff.
Things that I never thought would happen are happening.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I mean,
one of which I used to always tell people, like, yeah, don't wish for that, or don't think that that's ever coming here to Disneyland.
Clean this off. It's a little foggy. I think I smudged it when I touched it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I did.
There we go.
Or you did. One of us did.
Let me.
Somebody smudged it.
Let me pull up the chat.
So, good morning. Like I said, I kind of slept through the park's actual panel, but I woke up this morning and my phone was just like, vroom, vroom, vroom. It was literally blowing up. So, I think there's a live feed you can kind of watch. And then, So, anyway, this is just wild. So, we have a couple of major announcements. We're going to try to stay as organized as we can and not go off the rails, but we thought we had started to kind of film a video, and then we realized I think it'd be a little bit more fun to kind of like hang out and talk about everything, get your opinions. While we could always do that in the comments for the replay viewers, I think it's kind of fun to share it live, talk about it live. The hardest part will, like I said, be kind of organized. So,
I like this one. Cobra says, Bob Chapek resigns? I wish that was the announcement.
Boy.
Oh, anyways.
Okay, so first off, let's start off with the major. I think the major one, in our opinion, was, well, there's two big ones that grabbed us.
Yeah.
Number one, Magic Bands are coming to Disneyland. Not just Magic Bands, but Magic Band Plus.
Right.
If you are familiar or not familiar, Walt Disney World announced that they were going to be coming out with Magic Band Plus. So it's basically like the upgraded version. It's got a bigger face on it. It's got some digital, elements to it. Pretty cool. If you're not familiar with what Magic Bands are, and if you've never used them, I can say I know what it feels like. If you're reading this and you've never used a Magic Band, you've never gone to Walt Disney World before and experienced Magic Band life. So I understand what you're saying, because a lifelong Disneylander, you as well.
Yeah.
It was definitely interesting.
Well, it's the idea of it is, it makes a lot of sense, and it made a lot of sense for out there because of it was, resort destination, inclusive, like kind of, where the kids can run around and do stuff, and they can have their Magic Bands, and they can utilize them as room keys, as a payment device, things that they, it just makes it easier. It's on their wrist.
You use it for everything.
Your
it's
ticket,
amazing.
your
annual pass.
your Fast Passes, or now your Genie Plus.
Everything. So,
yeah.
We get what you're saying if you're those people that are like, wait, what? Like, I don't think I like this. I'm going to just tell you from firsthand experience, Magic Bands are amazing. They are incredible. Now, if you were to ask me this 5 years ago, I would have been like, I don't know if I like this. And I remember I might have even said it at some point. I was like, I don't know if I'd ever want those here. But you know what? I think the thing that happened, though, the cell phone reception and being stuck on your phone, this is going to minimize that, and you're going to have better park experience. What you're getting with
even
that.
just coming in the gate. So right now, the way things are, you have to either have a ticket on your app or your pass on your app, and you got to pull that up, and then they got to scan it, and sometimes the brightness isn't enough, and they have trouble scanning it, and then they have to call a supervisor over.
And
but
then
it's just
if
a
you
process
have multiple
that takes
people too, like you can't even swipe sometimes. It is awful.
It's just a little bit of a process, but with the Magic Band, you literally walk up to the little kiosk, you touch it, it lights up green, makes a cool little sound. Different sounds for the APs and or magic key holders or whatever they're called. But boom, you're in. It's that easy.
And that's just getting in the front gate.
Yeah.
You also have to realize you still can use your phone. That is an option to do.
Sure.
So, I do know that there are some people, I think we were with Dylan, he forgot his magic band like once or twice, and I remember he would just use his phone. You can actually download the app, let me see here, I think it's on the Walt Disney World app, I believe, or no, it's in my wallet, but I have my annual pass like this. So you can have something like that where, and obviously I have a little figment, but it's, you have options with it. Multiple times it was great when we were staying on property because we were able to, go into the pool. You don't have to worry about your room key, your pool key, all your stuff. It's all waterproof. Yeah, it's all waterproof. You could go in the spa.
You could go up and get food and drinks at the counter and swipe your magic band.
The new thing that's also coming is the, I think it's called Hey Disney or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
It's all spiraling in my head right now.
Yeah.
But it's similar to an Alexa type thing. That was actually also announced when the Magic Band Plus thing was announced for the Walt Disney World 50th.
Right.
But now they're bringing it to Disneyland resorts as well, which is awesome.
Total shocker.
Can I use my band from World? I don't know yet. I've been searching furiously to find out if they're gonna be
the same.
In cahoots, if you will.
Yeah.
But I don't know for sure. Oh, okay, sorry. Jade said yes you can. Wow. Okay.
All right.
I didn't find that, but I also was spiraling like, that gif or gif of the cat with the keyboard? That was basically me. So, I don't know.
Amber says, I wonder if they'll make the hotel rooms Magic Band compatible. You don't need a room key, just your band. They probably will.
I think they're actually already equipped. Like some of the elevators, I believe somebody was telling me that they were, but I could be wrong.
The other thing with Magic Bands, part of it that, it has nothing to do with the technology, though, is the fashion portion of it. And,
so much fun.
There's different styles for different colors and, special limited edition ones. And, like there was one for the 50th that went like that. Came in a really cool box and everything like that. So it goes into this collector area. Like you could be rocking them like swatches. Like remember when the swatch era, if you're old like me, and people would wear multiple different swatches like jewelry, you could do that with
I think it's fun too because a good example, when we got special pass holder bands or, we got, Ratatouille opened, like Flower and Garden, you have collectibles, you have designer series. I think it's like a whole different thing. It was cool. Oh, asking a question. Can you open the doors with your phone? Yes. You can use that phone pass I was talking about. If you don't have your Magic Band for some odd reason. So it's nice to have the Magic Band as the primary tool and then your phone as like a secondary. I think the major thing that is coming, I know I said it a little bit ago, but the major thing that's coming is that you're not going to have your head in your phone. I think, you still might with the Genie Plus and the Genie thing. That's
depending on if you want to utilize it, but...
Right, but if you're not utilizing something like that, or like say you do, the Genie Plus one time, it does minimize, in my opinion, it minimized me using my phone. Whereas at Disneyland, you constantly have to take it out, scan your pass, take it out, scan your pass, take it out, scan your pass. It gets frustrated. So yes, I'm curious about the cost of the bands. I believe they're going to be around like $50. I know, they can range in price, but these are Magic Band Pluses. So that's a little bit of a different,
right. It's a different technology, right?
What?
The
yes,
Magic Band
it's a
Plus.
different, well, it's a more, what do you call it?
More interactive?
Yeah, like I think it's also going to do something with shows and whatnot from what I was reading.
Well, also what they had teased us when we were there was that, the gold statues for the 50th, the Magic Bands were supposed to be able to interact with those.
Right.
And Magic Bands in the past have interacted with certain things at Walt, where it would pick up your name and like in certain attractions, and it would say, like, where were we that happened? it'd pick up your name on the attraction and like,
Oh, that's the other thing too.
you know,
So like say you're on a ride with a ride photo, it picks up who you are and links it to
Yeah.
your app. So when you're on Slinky Dog or Haunted Mansion over there has a photo pass. Wherever you would use photo pass, it just links there. Jeremy sends 5. Thank you. Katie,
Jeremy.
could you use magic bands for food vendors? Yes, you could if you're staying on property. You can link your payment method and you can do it that way.
and you were able to use it at the parks as well, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan sends 20. Thank you, Tristan.
Thanks, Tristan.
Good morning, Best Life and Beyond. I know this is off topic, but Katie, can I add you on Facebook? Yes, you can. I passed up your page through other bloggers, but I didn't want to be random and weird. And what's the return policy for hoodies? I don't know what the return policy is for hoodies. I'm not sure, but you definitely can add me and follow on Facebook. If you're talking about our hoodies, like for size purposes or whatever, I think somebody ordered the wrong size, and they handle all of that. If you go to the website and email them, they can either switch it out for you or return it, because that did happen to somebody I know. Let's see. So the Magic Band, yes, it does link photos. I think that's another like major thing that I was like in love with. Like I said, we were, again, on Pirates, or I forgot what other attractions are. I can't think. Test Track, and it's kind of cool because you get out of the attraction, and as you get out, you see, how they show you your picture on the preview screen. You just tap your magic band to it, links it right there.
Now you don't have to use a magic band. That's there was some people saying like, well, do you need? Is it a must thing? No, you don't have to use them. It's just very convenient. There was a day I forgot mine, and I just used my phone to get in, and for whatever.
You can use your phone. Mickey sends $2. Rock and Roller Coaster picks up names and locations. Yeah, I think that's a really good example. Thank you. I know Bricky, when he was first in Walt Disney World, on their Small World, it'll say, it'll pick up your name and randomly like put you on the attraction. Like I think it said like welcome Mark or something like that. So it is a magic band. They are amazing. I am a magic band fan through and through. It's awesome. I could not be more excited about this. Let's see. So let's talk about the next major part of the news. Again, we'll kind of trickle in and out of all these things as we go, but let's start going down. So the next big chunk of news is Downtown Disney is finally getting the love it needs. It is finally happening.
And the thing I'm happy about with it is that it's the style that they're implementing for the changes is like that cool original Disneyland kind of Tomorrowland mid-century, Jetsons type of vibe, right? On that picture?
That's definitely what it looks like.
Because there was a photo with the monorail, or not a photo, but a rendering with the monorail and a section of the district, and it looked very, very mid-century, Disneyland hotel vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How it's very mid-century.
So that's also another part of this is we'll talk about. There's a new tower and a facelift that is projected for the Disneyland Hotel. We'll talk a little bit about that going forward, but for right now, let's focus on the things that we noticed about the Disney reconstruction. So this is all set to start in January 2022, which is how many months away?
2 months away.
2 or 3 months away. So from the concept art that I'm seeing, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like where AMC, Starbucks, Sugar Boo, and Earl of Sandwich are, it looks like we might have to be saying farewell to them because I'm pretty sure they're going to be gone. Now, the one thing that pops into my mind besides saying goodbye to, Earl of Sandwich, because I love it. I love our Starbucks cast over there, is losing the cast. I'm hoping that they will still be kept and possibly just moved,
transition to wherever.
transition to something else. That's the major thing that stuck out for me.
Well, there's and there's a lot of
know.
there's a lot of space around the resort. I think that they could employ those folks where there's a need. You know,
so
definitely.
Again, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it based on the renderings that I was seeing.
Earl of Sandwich.
So that will start January 2022. That's when all of that stuff is going to happen.
It's coming quick.
You know, it should be very interesting.
Well, and then shortly after that, in March, is when they start the Toontown project. So it's like next year. There's going to be a lot going on at the Disneyland Resort as far as changes and you know, things actually going into.
Right.
It's a mind blower.
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody said, why can't they move Earl of Sandwich somewhere else? Now, I don't know why. I don't know. Are they going to? They might. I'm not 100% sure they end up doing that. There's, you know, we might have to say goodbye to them. I'm going to prepare myself to say goodbye to them. And then, you know, we'll see what happens from there. So you just don't know. Let me see here. Sorry, we got Gary sends $8. Thank you. Hey, Katie and Spence. It's been a while since I caught one of your live streams due to work. Hope you're both well. Exciting times for Disneyland. Yes, thank you,
Gary.
Now, also remember, Starbucks. We have 2 Starbucks in downtown Disney. So I think the one over by World will stay.
World of Disney.
I'm pretty sure World of Disney and all that. There was no, you know, obviously we're going to get more details, but there were no indications that any of that was leaving.
No.
So I could
you know what?
be...
It's the area that was intended to for the hotel expansion a couple of years ago that fell through. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That whole area where ESPN and Earl and all that stuff was all going to be transformed into the new resort, which that project went away. Hey, Larry's in the house. Be Yourself Adventures. Thanks, Larry, for the 2. Good morning. We are on our way home. Thank you. Safe travels, Larry B. I think they knew that area. That's why ESPN Zone has not really. They've used it for some special merch events. I heard they rehearse over there for some of the talent for the shows, but you know. I'm wondering if ESPN Zone's going too. If it's that whole.
I feel like it will.
Or is that building going to get repurposed?
It wasn't really in the renderings, but I feel like the next. Here's what I think. I think because of the way they put that photo, I'm only speculating on what I could see in the photo.
Yeah. If
you look at the photo, which I will pull up right here, so that you can see what we're talking about. If you look at the picture, it looks like this is all. Hold on a minute.
Because the monorail they show in the picture is that where it crosses over the before the station is what they're.
That's what
I'm showing you.
That's
right
what I'm looking at it. It looks just like here was the screenshot just from what Disneyland posted. So. That I'm guessing that's where that's at. And so I just don't know. This is again just from the Disneyland post that they did.
Steve Hall sends 5. Thanks, Steve. Not gonna lie, I'm really happy about Magic Band Plus. I've always wanted one.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I have too. When I heard that was coming out, I was like,
this is Plus, so it's even better than just Magic Band.
Yeah, it's getting plussed, as they say. Carissa sends 5. Thank you. Good morning. Loving the best live and beyond.
Yay.
Also love the intro. Thank you guys for the updates. Can't wait for these changes. I almost thought you said I also love the retro, but you, Carissa, retro.
I know somebody, speaking of intro, somebody wrote on there something like, "You guys have a Christmas intro, but no Christmas merch." It's only November.
Well,
give us time. We might not even have that yet. I
Yeah.
don't know. We're working. We can only do so much. Remember, we're moving, and we have personal lives. Shocking, I know. We're doing the best we can here. We're like what is it, the bicycle that's on fire sometimes. Anyway, so that is like, pretty interesting. Expect if you're down there January 2022, you're going to see probably closure. My guess is the reason they put they put out the photo that they did is because that's where they're going to start. And I would assume that's where they're going to start. It's been kind of killing me, to be honest. I mentioned it the last time we were in downtown Disney. It's been kind of killing me to see that empty theater. You know, it was a great theater. I loved.
Well,
I think we don't realize how much space is back there too.
That's
Like,
the other
there's
thing.
a lot of space.
It's a giant space.
And now the other thing that they posted about was the update to a tower, either giving a facelift to the Disneyland Hotel or adding a new tower, I think is what it said. Hold on, I have the photo right here. I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh yeah, somebody said my tea is amazing. Thanks, Gary. My MSEP.
Oh yeah, the old AP. That was back when we had AP days. So there is the proposed facelift of a new like tower, which we did see some construction. If you've been to the Disneyland Hotel at any point recently, you'll see it. My concern with technology is that they allow them to push them to spend a least amount of money further back of the line. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the DVC Tower. Okay. The DVC Tower
they've already started building that.
is being built by Goofy's Kitchen.
Right.
Yes. Okay. My bad. Sorry. That's what it was. My bad.
It's weird because
what?
Well, in my hotel decor video, when I went over there, Steakhouse 55 is just kind of still there. Like even the sign is up still. It's like it's weird.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything with it yet.
Not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that is the major, downtown Disney news. I mean, pretty interesting. I'm just...
Some folks just got here, a few of them. So the first news that we dropped was that Magic Bands are coming to Disneyland. Magic Band Plus. Jinx, buy me Coke. So that is, I don't know when it's actually going to be here. Did they say the actual arrival date of that?
For what?
For the bands?
I think they said January.
That was a question too.
That was a good question. I had it. Hold on. I have so much up right now, so I'm like, ah.
You look for that.
Okay, coming to Disneyland Resort in 2022. So is that January? I don't know.
Is
it December? It could be any time.
I'm sure they'll narrow it down. But the Magic Band we never thought was going to arrive at Disneyland. We always thought that it was more for a resort. Disney property in a sense of, and I'd heard a lot of people who are far more expertise than I say like, yeah, it's not, they'll never bring it here. There's no need for it. And, this and that. But I honestly think with what happened last year with the world, they're looking for a more touchless situation for the guest. And I think that is a very, simple way to do it because they've already got that technology, in Florida, and like, why not implement that here? Why reinvent the wheel? They have it.
Right.
So going forward,
So keep in mind that new Magic Band Pluses, they're going to vary a little bit from Disneyland and Disney World. They did say that on the Parks blog post and in the panel,
right, was
that they're not going to be 100% the same. They're going to be a little bit different. What goes with the Magic Band Disneyland is a resort. What exactly besides replace a paper ticket, and the app does that. So the app actually really sucks. If you've gone to Disneyland and Disney World, and I know not everybody has that luxury to like go to both coasts and do the stuff that we've been fortunate enough to do. If you've been there, you see just how amazingly convenient and fantastic it is.
Yeah.
From ride photos to dining to photo pass, getting in and out of the gate,
in and out of your room,
your resort hotels. I mean, it is amazing. The customization.
Well, and the magic in the parks. There's some interaction on some of the attractions in the queues and things like that. Where if you don't have the Magic Band, it won't really. It's like an extra little layer. And,
I was cautiously optimistic about it when I went to Walt Disney World. I was excited about it. It was just so cool to like see and use and all those things, but. I will say, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'd ever want that at Disneyland. Now that I've used it about, five times, or 5 trips we've had, 4 or 5? However many it's been, it has been incredible. It has been incredible. I cry my Magic Band off because I love it so much. It is the best thing that Disney parks ever did. You know, yeah, if they can track you, that's great, because if something ever happened, it's extra safety, I guess. I don't know. That's just me shooting my shot. Anyway, so the other thing that was coming along with that, by the way, if you didn't catch it, is called Hey Disney, which is kind of like the Hey Alexa thing. So, you know, if
in the rooms,
you know, yeah, it's like in the room. So if you're staying at a Disney resort hotel, Disneyland or Walt Disney World, you'll be able to say like, hey Alexa, bring us, or sorry, hey Disney, you know, when is the fireworks show supposed to happen? And it'll be able to answer you. So it's the cool things like that. It's going to basically be a more technology based. I mean, that's the way we're going. You know, that's what's happening.
It's like having a concierge, basically a virtual concierge at your room.
Yeah, so it'll work alongside, it says, Alexa and Amazon Echo devices, and also be rolling out to Disneyland and Disney World. Let's see. So about the Downtown Disney project, it's going to be a multi-year project to reimagine the Downtown Disney District. So it'll have even more shopping, dining, and entertainment experiences, which if you've been to Disney Springs in Walt Disney World and you've been to Downtown Disney and Disneyland, Downtown Disney is really lacking comparatively. Now,
Jason's here. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
He says, "Oh my God, when you said hey Alexa, it set off his Alexa."
That's amazing. So it's
hey
lacking.
Alexa, turn off Jason's lights.
So I think what it is it's just exciting because you go to Disney Springs and it's so much that you can't even get it done in a day. I think we've wasted so much space with the AMC, with the AMC theater that's there, with you know, unfortunately, Sugar Boo is nice, but does it fit the vibe of Downtown Disney for me? No, not really. I'll be honest with you.
About as much as the Pele store.
Right. It just doesn't really fit the vibe, in my opinion.
Love football, aka soccer.
But Downtown Disney is not where my thought goes to go there, to be honest with you.
Just saying.
I think that, you know, what they're going to be doing is hopefully something similar to Springs, whereas when you're at Springs, there's almost too much to do. I'm hoping that they utilize this space and make it more, like I said, Springs-like, because Disney Springs is fantastic, and I think Downtown Disney definitely deserves that love and awesomeness that Springs has, because Springs is fantastic. I could be there all the time.
Just like, guess who's in the chat as well is Tim Schwery, World of Disney.
World of Disney. So yeah, I definitely think that's what's going to happen. I don't know for sure. They didn't say any, you know, like this is going, this is staying. There was nothing other than just expanding more, you know, this, that, and the other. That's all they really said. So, you know, Magic Bands at Disneyland, nah, do something better. Come on, really love my Walt Disney World. I don't know what could be better. What is your idea of better? Tell me, give me a hint so that I can know.
We definitely need some Tomorrowland love. So I don't know. Maybe they're saving that announcement for the actual D23. I don't know.
For the D23 next year, they could.
Yeah.
There is a parks panel. Better food, please. Okay. You mean better food in Downtown Disney? Because, yeah, we don't have a lot of options there, to be honest. You know, sometimes...
When you look at what's at Disney Springs, it's like, you know, from Boathouse to... What's the one that there's one with home in the name that has macaroni that's really good.
Oh, Homecoming?
Homecoming.
There's
all sorts of good restaurants and things at Springs that and look, we have some good stuff, but we just, you know, I feel like we need more options for people.
Yeah.
You know, because we love our Tortilla Joes and we love La Brea and you know.
There's certain things that...
And Earl of Sandwich. We do love Earl of Sandwich, so that's
There's certain favorites that, like, if I have to sacrifice in order to have more variety for people, you know, because we've had some times where we've had friends come out of town and they don't seem to have a lot of options at Downtown
Right.
Disney. Like, they can't seem to find something they like. Whereas if you're at Springs, you're going to find something that everybody loves 9 times out of 10. So, you know,
Oh yeah,
it's...
here's Mariah says they need Raglan Road at Disneyland. Yes, they do.
Oh.
Yes, they do need a Raglan Road, Katie. Oh, it is a fine place, a fine Irish establishment.
All right. So yeah, that would be cool. And I noticed that we will sometimes go to Disney Springs and we actually can just hang out there for like hours and hours on end. So I find that, you know, again, when we think about this Downtown Disney expansion, it's like, wow, we can actually go and like hang out for hours on end. So, you know, neither of those questions are, what's the questions? Have you guys gone to the packing district? Yeah, we just don't go a lot. Brian Garcia sends 10. Good morning, Spencer and Katie Garcia families heading to Vegas. See you both soon, and we love you both. Can't wait to try the bands in Downtown Disney. Needs more and improved options. Amen to that.
Right on,
Downtown Disney really deserves the love that we have for Springs. I think it's kind of nice too, because if you're a local here in, you know, Orange County or in California in general, or wherever you might be on the West Coast, if you remember during the shutdown, all we had was Downtown Disney. They saved us.
Oh yeah.
These cast members that bravely went to work during a very uncertain time, during some of the darkest, saddest times in my, you know, Disney loving life. So it's kind of nice that they're getting the love they deserve. Like, Downtown Disney deserves better. They deserve better, and they're getting better. So
well, it's remember
like,
when
yes!
Remember when we were chatting with Ken Potrock, and he had said,
yeah,
because he came from Disney Springs, I believe he was part of that.
Yeah.
Before, and he had said, "Oh yeah, we're, you know, I think the line was, I think you said Downtown Disney needs some love," and he goes, "Oh, it's going to be getting some love, trust me."
He did say that.
He hinted to us.
Yeah, he did.
Right when the parks opened
that.
in what, April?
Yeah, that was April. I think it was April. Yeah, we ran into him over by Grizzly River.
And he hinted that this was going down, and we didn't say anything about it because, you know, we don't like to speculate without any kind of proof. But he definitely said, "Oh yeah, don't worry. We're, you know, I got plans, and I come from Disney Springs, and let me tell you, we're gonna, you know."
Right.
So that's kind of cool that it's coming to fruition.
Right.
Steve Hall sends 5 and says, "Do you think they will remove the Galaxy's Edge trading post and knock down the old Rainforest Cafe building?"
I hope so.
I don't know.
I very much hope so, because
it would seem that they would, but we can't really say.
I would think that they're going to find a better location for anything like, you know, for the Star Wars stuff like that. I don't think it belongs in I think that is wasting way too much space. They could do so much better over there. I definitely think, you know, that's a huge thing that I think they're going to get rid of. Katie, in your opinion for Downtown Disney, what stores would you want to add where the buildings are vacant? I would love to see something like the, what's the name of that store there? There's that soap store. I can't remember the name of it. I would love to see the, I think it's called a patisserie, I think it is. I'm sorry, it's so early, and
Are you talking about the one at Grand Floridian?
No, over in Springs. I would love to see it mirror Springs, if that makes any sense, I guess. So, Basin and Amorettes, yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Heidi. Save me. I would just love to see anything. A Lush would be cool. Basin, yeah, something like that. I think fun souvenirs for people to take home. I'm noticing you don't have as many options other than World of Disney, which, bless World of Disney. World of Disney is your place to go. So I'm just happy that that's going to stay. I can't see them getting rid of World of Disney. But
looks like a lot of people are like, Rainforest building needs to go or be better repurposed.
Yes,
I agree.
Yes. I think also I would love it if they expanded World of Disney, to be honest with you. I think our World of Disney could definitely use it. If they were going to do anything, they should expand World of Disney, make it a little bit bigger, Find some area for that. I don't know. Maybe they can't. I don't know. Maybe make a secondary World of Disney store. You know what I mean? Like, add to it. Like, expand on what's good and improve what needs improving. But that's what I would do. Again, I'm not in charge of all the... A ganachery. There it is. Ganachery. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. A D Street.
A ganachery.
Yeah, I remember the what was it? The Vault? I missed that. There was like a Vault store. That was awesome. So yeah, I think there's just, if they were to mirror Disney Springs, it'd be great. More shaded seating, more live entertainment. Allie from Napa Valley. Good morning, guys. Any word on when Fantasmic Orchard? We didn't even get into the shows yet. Okay, let's talk about that. Oh, dude, a second floor World of Disney. There you go.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? Like, expand on the greatness, honestly. Like, World of Disney, I love World of Disney. I'm telling you, when you can't get your Disneyland in, you go to World of Disney and it's magical. It's always decorated nicely. The cast members are just incredible. We love World of Disney. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about some of the shows that are happening.
Yeah.
Fantasmic's coming back. Arguably the best show in Disneyland, in my opinion, is coming back. They said 2022.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Get your nighttime rides in on the Mark Twain before that goes down, because that's been kind of a special thing that's happened. It doesn't, I don't know if it replaces it, but it's a pretty good option to not having Fantasmic, to be able to take a night ride around that rivers.
In lieu of that,
pretty special,
you know.
Especially at Marriott's Nights when they had the jazz band playing. Like, come on.
Oh yeah,
that was
amazing,
insane. Fantasmic coming back, the 50th anniversary.
Also coming back at Walt. It's also coming back at Walt Disney World at Hollywood Studios. So I think they might debut around the same time. So that's pretty cool.
But 50th anniversary of MSEP, Main Street Electrical Parade, also coming. It's blown away many times, but it's being brought back. Katie's not happy about it, but you know what?
No, I'm happy. I'm happy because I'm happy to have anything, and I do appreciate that parade. It's just really sad when you have an amazing parade like Paint the Night that is clearly 10 times more of a fan favorite. However, it's the 50th anniversary, so I'm letting it slide because I get it. We need to honor.
But let me ask you something.
Roots.
I guess the anniversary still sticks, but they missed a couple of years there where we didn't have it.
What do you mean?
Well, as far as MSEP, like, it was gone for a couple of years.
Yeah, but you're still saying, though, it's anniversary. Whether it was it doesn't. In order to have an anniversary, in order to have an anniversary, it doesn't have to have been around, you know, for 50 years consecutively.
Okay.
They're saying it's like 50 years since it was born. It's its birthday.
Okay.
So the other thing that kills me, though, is we have this amazing Magic Happens parade that was created. Those cast members were, I can't even words can't even come out of my mouth how good Magic Happens performers are.
Yeah, and the song
especially
was good,
Merlin.
and catchy, and
Merlin was the best. Anyway, so that's why it kills me.
It was ironic, though, because Magic happened, and then shortly after the world broke, so Tragic happened.
Yeah.
So it was a weird thing how, you know, this it was like almost like we'd hit a peak with Magic Happens, and then everything just fell off the cliff.
Yeah. Another thing that's happening, World of Color is coming back. Thank goodness, because World of Color is incredible. Love it. It is awesome. So World of Color over in DCA, which is great because those dining packages, the dessert packages,
World of Color,
the World of Color Christmas show, so good. I'm happy that'll be back for next year. So, you know, that is awesome.
Jeremy sends 5 and says, would you want Trader Sam's for an upgrade or keep it the way it is? The only thing I would say about Trader Sam's, and I don't even know that I would want this, but if you were to ask me what would I improve, I would make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about the quaintness of it, being that it's a tiki bar, because they're not generally like huge, but maybe bigger because the availability inside is tough. There's not many seats and there's not many You know what I mean? It's kind of small. Other than that, maybe add a little magic to it, a little more. There is magic there, but it would seem that when we went to the Trader Sam's on in Florida, that there was a lot more interactive stuff going on in the room, so to speak. So maybe I would add that, but I don't know if that's a priority for them if they're going to do anything like that. I don't see that happening myself. That's just my opinion.
I would love a little bit more outdoor seating
if they
for
expanded
Trader
the outdoor,
Sam's. Like
yeah.
that patio could be bigger. To be honest with you, I think that would be a big improvement.
They could maybe expand down towards the fireplace
Mm-hmm.
and then reroute the path or something like that. If they filled the space between the fireplace and the,
That's what I'm saying.
right, and did a lower level there and then just rerouted the path or something like that.
Yeah. What is it about the magic bands I need to know? What is it that you're questioning? So, a little quick bullet point of it. Supposed to come early 2022. It'll differ a little bit between Disneyland and Disney World, obviously. They're going to be Magic Band Plus, so that means it'll be a little bit more interactive. And it seems to be like more digital and lighted and different things like that. Cost will vary on your Magic Band. I think some of them I've seen for like $20 ish. They might get pretty high up there, maybe $100 or something like that. You can have multiple Magic Bands. You don't have to have just one. Buy the Magic Band, that's it from what I've experienced at Walt Disney World. It works with Photo Pass, it works with ride photos, it works with hotels, resorts, all kinds of things. You can, kind of customize them if you will, I guess. You could put some stuff on there. Works with, all kinds of things. So I hope that is a little bit of a rundown for you.
And I'm sure it will
they're
interact.
waterproof.
Well, it'll be access to your Magic Key through your Magic Band.
Yeah, that's basically
Right.
what it is. It's same thing.
Somebody was
you can
asking
also
about
use your phone too.
Somebody's asking about will reservations stay? Are they staying? We don't know. Who knows?
I would assume so because that's the travesty we will be stuck with.
Yeah.
The reservations can just go take a hike.
And then here's the thing about we noticed. Well, you've known this for a while, but I just noticed the other day was in looking at the app because you were saying how the app at this point for Disneyland is like, it's not that great. You can't even see what active reservation app.
Yeah, unless it's the day of, it'll say like your next reservation or the day of will be on there, but
there should be
you
like
have to go to a separate site.
Yeah, there should be a
It's
list
awful.
of like what you have available because we try to keep track sometimes when we forget like, oh wait, we have a day today. Oh my gosh. And it's like, why wouldn't you have a list of your plans and your tickets and your, you know what I mean? And there are those categories in there. There's tickets and passes and there's your plans. It should be under your plans. It should have a date, a calendar, something that denotes like what you have.
Over in Walt Disney World, it's all on their My Disney Experience. Now, somebody was asking, this was asked earlier, are they going to be in communication with Disneyland and Disney World? Will you be able to like get a Magic Band there and use it at Disneyland? I don't know for sure. I can't get a definitive answer. Somebody said yes, but then somebody else messaged me and said no. So I don't know because they are going to be differing a little bit, but maybe they'll have the technology to make it different based on what park you're at.
Jason's saying you don't have the future options plan on our app. I don't think we do.
No. What do you mean future options?
Future plans option in the
No,
app.
we have future plans, but we have like right now my app isn't working. Like it'll say, so say I had a reservation for November 28th. It'll say you have a reservation for November 28th. But then if I go to manage or make reservations, anything like that, it takes me to another website. So yeah, my app is like not working right now. This is on Wi-Fi right now.
It's frozen, literally.
Literally, it's frozen. Disneyland app, you're amazing. Okay, it shows you what your plans are and the resis you have. Yeah, there you go. It'll just show you that little bit. But say I want to go manage them, you have to go to a secondary site. So yeah, it displays all of them. But yeah, look at how good this is. Okay. So like in Walt Disney World, the future plans thing There it is. Boom. Oh, that's my login. Let's see. So you can see how, okay, close. Yeah, my future plans and all that. I'm trying to exit the app and see if I can do it.
Tim says it shows you what your plans are and the resis you have.
Okay, yeah, it'll show you, but it's still, you have to go to a secondary website. That's what I'm saying. Okay, hold on. I think I got it to work. Sign in. Hello, Katie. So here's what it'll say without showing you the next day that we're there. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that without like showing my information. But like, it'll show it like, I don't know how to block it out, but it'll show your app. And then if you go to manage or make reservations, it takes you to a separate website. That's my point. Whereas at Walt Disney World, it's all through the app, and it's a lot easier. What are they going to do with the Star Wars launch bay in Tomorrowland? Hopefully blow it up and make it something more awesome, because they have the ability. My thought was I would love to see a Tron coaster there. I know Dylan told me they had purchased 3 coasters. We have one in Shanghai, I think it is. And then, you know, up world. I would love to see something more happen. I think, you know, Disneyland we have a footprint, but we have some wasted space there.
Yeah.
You know? We have some wasted space. So yeah, blow it up. Make something better. Like, make it great. It has the potential.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about that amount of space, you know, and the old Mission to Mars building, the Pizza Port, or, you know, whatever they call it now, Alien Pizza Planet, you know, but that plus, you know, the launch bay building, that's a lot of space.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, a bird just like flew. I thought it was a seagull. It was like, wah! I was like, oh gosh.
Also, we're back in Malibu. If you didn't notice the background.
Yeah.
Of
a lot of people are saying get rid of the Nemo or the submarines. Who agrees that they should get rid of the submarines? I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't like the attraction, but I like how it looks.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
The aesthetic of it being there.
Me too.
I would hate to lose the lagoon. I love how, you know, the monorail comes over and the footings are in the water.
Yeah.
It's just, and then next to the Matterhorn, that juxtaposition of those two elements, you have this like tropical thing, and then you've got this high altitude mountain peak thing, and then Tomorrowland. Like, I don't know. And that could be the old, you know, Disneyland, Tomorrowland lover in me. All those worlds blending to me. I don't know. I love that. So I would see it go, even though I don't like the attraction itself, and I don't go on it.
Yeah.
I don't like being crammed in there with a bunch of people.
And that was even before COVID. Before COVID, I still didn't want to be stuck in a little thing for that long. Yeah. So again, but I do like the look of it. I wish they could like somehow keep some of the aesthetic, but I don't know. I mean, that again, that's why I'm not an Imagineer. Yeah. I have my opinions and my thoughts, and like sometimes they change. Sometimes I think that's the beauty of having these as like a live, because, you know, I may have started this stream and have been thinking one thing, and then you talk about it and you're like, oh, okay. Like, that's the point, is to listen, and like, not necessarily to change your mind, but sometimes you can change your mind. Like, maybe you're, you know.
You know what would be cool?
What?
Is if they maybe, you know, redid Autopia, and, you know, I know that everything's going to a more greener impact, right? As far as like those things are little gas powered, you know, lawnmowers. If they redid Autopia in some sort of, you know, renewable energy or some, you know, something,
or Tesla fashion.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And maybe, you know, utilize that space better, or share that space with something else, because, you know, Autopia is on top of the submarines basically. So it's like, that's also, you know, those are two attractions stacked on top of each other in a sense. So they could maybe keep the lagoon, take the attraction out, but keep the lagoon. Bring back the motorboat cruise.
Oh. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to see maybe like get rid of the submarines, keep the lagoon, and make that a motorboat thing or something like that,
Yeah.
But again, I think Tomorrowland is probably a little bit farther on the back burner because, to be honest with you, Downtown Disney is more in desperate need, in my opinion. Like, they both are, but Downtown Disney really needs the love. It is,
Oh, Jason and a couple people are saying a coaster around a modified lagoon.
Yeah, could happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've been to Disneyland a lot in my life, 28 years, but never been on Autopia. I know a few people like that. Not a lot of people do. I like Autopia a lot, but, I think Tomorrowland really needs... I think Tomorrowland should be vintage now, in my opinion. Like, make it like,
Yeah.
Old school retro. Like, what is it? Yesterland, if you will.
Yeah.
Something...
Well, that's the good thing about that, that hotel, Downtown Disney expansion, that it looked like it was very in that retro vibe. You know how they redid the entry to Tomorrowland, and they put those elements in the front there. They put them back, those futuristic looking planter things.
So back onto shows real quick. I don't want to forget. So Magic Kingdom is getting a new castle show. Looks incredible. They posted a photo. I have the picture right here. It looks like Princess and the Frog, and then just because I see the
Jason, they should just close Tomorrowland for like 3 years, bulldoze it, rebuild People Mover, and build a coaster. Yeah.
There you go.
And put a Skyliner in, Jason, while they're at it. A Skyliner that goes over to DCA.
Yeah. So that's the new castle show that's coming to Magic Kingdom. Epcot is getting a new quick service. I believe it's called Connections. And that's awesome. Love the idea of more food at Epcot. That's where I gained so much weight. So let's bring it on. Another thing that I think is probably the best news of all is over at Epcot. They're going to have the transformation of Epcot, but they are making the front of the park like the entry experience. It's going to be near Spaceship Earth, called Dreamer's Point, and the best part of it though is the Walt Disney statue that they're working on. They even showed some photos of it, but this is like the rendering of what it's gonna be. So Epcot already didn't just like hit you in the feels as it is. Like, here we go to really just drive it home. Good luck. Honestly, when we go to Epcot, it's the hardest park for us to leave when we have to fly back home. It's rough, I'll tell you what. So then the fact that you're going to throw in a Walt Disney statue like that, are you kidding me?
I'm glad that that's coming around, because talk of that a while back, and then all of a sudden they kind of went silent, and I was worried that, that it was,
Another thing over at Walt Disney World is Festival of Fantasy Parade is coming back in 2022. If you've not seen Festival of Fantasy, I know I've not seen it in person yet. We've seen parts of that float that have gone by in cavalcades, but perhaps one of my favorite parades over in Walt Disney World. I love watching Festival of Fantasy. I love the song. It's a festival of fantasy. Such a good show. So I think Spencer's gonna love it. There's a good Peter Pan. I
like Peter Pan.
Comment. What?
I like Peter Pan.
Yeah, you'd love it. Would you visit Shanghai Disneyland? The hopes are, to go to, every park someday. Tiki Guy needs a bifle.
He's gone.
That's what Jason's here for. He's the troll slayer.
Yeah.
The hater slayer.
You gotta feed the slayer.
What did somebody... always remember, you're totally free, just while I bring that up, you're totally free to disagree. You can say, oh, I dislike this content, or, as long as it's said in a kind, constructive way. But there's a difference between, being mean or saying things just to be a jerk, or being a hater or a troll. So just keep that in mind. Like, you're always free to disagree. It's about how you say it. Constructive criticism is a good
But that
thing.
other stuff will not be tolerated, and you will be removed.
Yes. So
and
just,
we are happy
just
to.
keep that in mind.
Jason enjoys it. You don't want to give him a reason, man. You'll be gone.
Yes.
And
you can just have to make another account.
Yeah.
And then you'll be gone too. So, so I think that's just amazing though to have all this like, the good news. What are you guys most excited about? I don't know.
Well, there's still another announcement.
What? What am I forgetting?
The lightsaber.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we got to look at the Galactic Star Cruiser. I forgot. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. As a whole, that's what it was. Kind of an inside look. They took Josh Tomorrow in there. There's a video on it of him with the new lightsaber, the new technology that has not debuted yet, but it seems like it has more of that whoa, 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 the movement sound. It looks like the light source or is a lot brighter. But there was a thing on the Star Cruiser where remember when Luke is first Falcon.
Yeah, this is the training pod.
And he's training with that little sphere that's going around, and he's got the blaster shield on, and it's basically that. But they have that thing mounted in the wall, and you take this saber, and it interacts, and with this thing, shooting lasers at you or whatever.
Right.
That was pretty cool. As well as he got to go to the control center of the Star Cruiser, and
put it in light speed, and
then there was almost like a simulation of an attack, and you're shooting TIE fighters, and it looked really cool.
Dude, so cool. Okay, wait.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Trying to get down to our chat so I can see it. Okay, so when is the Magic Bands happening in Disneyland? That'll be happening early 2022 is what was said.
Next year.
Like, that is blowing my mind to think about. We're going to actually not have to be like a prisoner to our phone, where reception does not work great for everybody. I mean, there's also a lot of people that don't have smartphones, Bridget sends 10. Thank you so much. That's a cute little emoji.
It's a hippo.
Yeah.
She's sitting in an office chair.
That's me, Katie the hippo. Like Sally. Bring back rocket rods, please. Thank you. Couldn't agree more.
People mover.
But I think it'd be cool if they had them next to each other. Katie, is your phone case Disney? Yes, it is. Nothing can stop us now. Pretty much one of the best attractions. The fact that we're getting this at Disneyland so that I have it on both coasts, that makes me happy. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. If you haven't gone on that attraction, it is so happy. It is impossible to be in a bad mood. It is different every time. It's visually stunning. It's fun. It's just, it's so good. It's so good. I think you Disneylanders that haven't experienced it yet, you are going to be so thankful that they brought it over there. It is, it's so good. It's so good.
Jolene says, do you think Magic Band coming to Disneyland will affect the date they introduce Genie at Disneyland? I don't know.
The what? The Magic Band?
Magic Band in relation to Genie Plus, as far as when they launch it.
They have to launch Genie Plus first.
Okay.
So, as you know, I don't know if everybody heard about this, but they're going to be doing a standby queue hybrid with the boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance starting November 22nd. That was just announced as well. So, I mean, that's why I think they're starting to do it. It's happening sooner. I think the Genie and all that is going to happen, and then the Magic Band is going to be... I mean, you know what's crazy, though, is like 2022, it's going to be like Toontown, downtown Disney. It's like so much is happening so quickly. It's kind of tripping me out. Like, just...
Well, because we didn't see it coming.
Wow.
Jeremy Sense 5 says, Spencer, they should have a powerful Wi-Fi satellite that makes phones from not lagging. They should. That's something that they, I'm sure, are addressing if they're going to go so dependent on all this technology with Genie, with the cell phones, with the Magic Bands. They're going to have to really increase, that internet situation over there, because, it's like they're trying to play catch up, it seems like, and there's dead zones, and there's times, even currently where we can't, the app freezes, or we can't get a signal and it's just looping because there's too many people there, and So they, I'm sure that they're addressing that. Oh, we missed a Brian Garcia chat. There it is.
Yeah.
$5. Thank you, Brian. Put in Test Track and remove Autopia. That'd be cool if there was like a newer version of Test Track. And put
Test
in Autopia.
Track is so good. I love Test
That's
Track.
That's a good idea, Brian.
Kalika sends 2. I just booked a room at Park MGM. Thanks. Park MGM
love that place.
Is our favorite place to stay. I honestly don't think we stay anywhere else. I am missing Vegas. I'm hoping we can go very, very soon. We have plans to go, but I'm really missing Vegas. That's all I have to say. So they finally going to have a Magic Band at Disneyland. Yep, but not only a Magic Band, Magic Band Plus. What I want to know is, are you still going to be able to use your Magic Bands that you have at Walt Disney World? At Walt Disney World, are you still going to be able to use those? I feel like you should be able to, because I can't imagine they would think like everybody has to upgrade. You know what I mean? But it could happen. Yeah, bring Slinky Dog Dash to Disneyland. That would be awesome.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will, because I think they want to keep certain things there.
Yeah.
And certain things there, so it
Exclusive,
gives you extra reasons.
That's Toy Story Land, and I think that's their signature attraction there. It's like the centerpiece. So, yeah.
I think between the two coasts, they want to be able to.
It'd be awesome. It really would. I don't blame you for wanting it here. Yeah. It's just that I don't think that they'll do that.
I don't foresee that either.
I also think, because there's talk about, Star Wars and Batuu and Star Tours. And I've said this since the beginning. I appreciate the fact that they have gone to lengths to make Galaxy's Edge, canon as far as where it lies in the timeline of the Star Wars universe, and certain characters wouldn't be there because they'd already be passed on, or they didn't exist yet, or they, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I really think, this is so off topic, but I really think that they should do away with that and just make it Star Wars Land, have characters walking around. The little kids don't care. They, it's hardcore nerds care, and I respect that, but I would love to see more characters in Galaxy's Edge and get out of that whole canon thing and just like, why isn't Darth Vader over there? Why does it have to be so fit into this timeline? I get it, but Star Wars isn't Marvel. Star Wars is different, and I know they're trying to kind of create that same kind of universe for Star Wars that they do with Marvel, but it's like,
oh, this is a good point. SH Meowlix says they have a Toy Story Land and Disney Forward concept. That's true. But do I think they're gonna? I think they would do a different attraction. Maybe they could. I just don't see it happening. I don't. I kind of think they want some differences. Yeah, I miss Jedi training. That's true. That's a big one. I think a lot of people are saying, will you guys be going to Lake Tahoe anytime soon? I've been bugging Spencer to go to Lake Tahoe. I've literally been like crying about it because I miss Lake Tahoe. The fact that we couldn't go in the summer, I'm like, bring me there for winter.
Yeah.
What does the plus mean again? I think that means that it's more digital. So if you're talking about the plus for the Magic Band Plus, it's more digital. It's enhanced. It's got different features on it. That's what I've been reading. And then there was another really good question. Is Magic Band Plus additional to Genie Plus? Yeah, I kind of think they're all just working. I guess the plus is just meaning it's newer, because they have Disney Plus, Magic Band Plus, Genie Plus, or whatever it is. Everything's plus. I guess that's just the new Disney thing. Denia. I apologize for tripping on your name. I've done that a few times, and I apologize. Hello, you two kind souls. I'm so glad I finally caught a live stream. I'm going between you and Fresh Baked. What a great day for watching. Many hugs. I know, right? I love it. I always feel bad when we go live at the same time. That does happen from time to time with channels. Well,
to be fair, we all have our scheduled day. You know what I mean? Like, we do Wednesday, what's happening Wednesday, and we have for 3+ almost 4 years. David does Thursdays as his, he goes live at other times like we do as well.
Yeah.
But there's these designated days that we kind of all have, like, done to not really step on each other. Do you know what I mean?
That's
and
why on Thursday when we went live after 8.
We waited till David was done.
So,
But, in situations like this.
It happens sometimes.
It happens. And,
But we appreciate the fact that you're supporting both of the channels because, we all, for the most part, everybody, I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 channels that like we're not like extremely supportive of. But, we appreciate that there's support between them because, they are saying that you bash Fresh Baked.
Who's they and who are you? Bye-bye to that comment.
Bye, Felicia. That's
enough.
Nice of you to wait. Some other streamers aren't considered. You do your best. You do your best. I think everybody understands. You do the best you can. We're not in a perfect world. It happens. So, everybody, oh, they have a troll. Yeah, that's another thing is like, it's a big thing that happens. Like our trolls and haters will go to anyone that we even consort with.
And here's why. It's because if we end up blocking them and they have nowhere to exert their rage and their,
hatred.
Their hatred, then they go somewhere else because, that's what they're making a priority in their life.
I think what they don't realize, though, is there's the sad part for them, unfortunately, is that, I've gotten some messages from people, hey, I was on I'll use Fresh Baked Disney. I was on a Fresh Baked video and I saw Best Life and Beyond. I didn't know what it was, so I Googled it and found your channel, and now I'm in love, and I have another Disneyland channel that I love, or I love your traveling vlogs, all that stuff.
Well, Danny makes a good point. David is live from Disneyland, so it's different. Exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah. Even when we go live at home, too, it's like everybody has different points. I wish there was a point where we can all go live, I know with Bricky, he goes live a lot, too. He's one of a very good live streamer. And we often have to talk about oh, hey, we're going to go live here. And, I like how we kind of did with Bricky. We did a pass the cast type thing.
Right.
I think that's really fun to do with other streamers.
Keeping it real said David blocked the troll. Of course he did, because David's a good guy.
You can't catch them all, though.
No, but it's like whatever. It's part of the deal. It's like Star Wars without Darth Vader. What would we do without trolls? We love our trolls.
Will you guys be doing a live Thanksgiving Eve? Some more cooking, Katie? Maybe. We're talking about some plans. We've got a couple of things we're thinking about. So we'll see what's going to happen. Joe says, Bricky is so good. I just started following him. Congratulations. He's so inspirational. He sees things. He communicates so well.
He's a very refreshing addition to the community that is, the Disney vlog community.
Yeah.
And there's so many great ones that,
And his podcast.
Without mentioning everybody, but, he's definitely trying to bring something new.
Yeah, his podcast, though, oh my gosh, so good. So good. And his channel. And by the way, his is
Adventures in Design.
And then the podcast as well. You can find it all. Adventures in Design. There you are. So yeah, we have so many good channels though, around the resort. Like I said, there's probably maybe 2 that I don't really support, but that's it. Terry Robinson, by the way, I made the live. Yay!
Terry!
We're always happy when some people there's some people are like, I can't find, I can never find out when you're going live. And, because sometimes the bell notification doesn't work for everybody. So, it's cool, when people make it in. Yay!
Keeping it real says, I gave up cable for vloggers. Yes!
It's so fun. I don't know.
Giving cable a run for its money.
Well, I think adding the best, the best live and beyond has been a fun addition because I just like doing this, just sit there talking and hanging out, now that we can answer more comments. Now that I feel like so the replay viewers, they'll be like, okay, now I could get the information, and then everybody who's live here for this last segment, we can kind of hang out and chat. Making this tonight, it's really good. Bailey's apple pie glass with 4.5 ounces of spiced cider whiskey. Bailey's apple pie. Wow. Cinnamon sticks. Okay. Sounds like an alcoholic apple pie drink.
I didn't know that Bailey's made it flavor. That's
Wow.
pretty amazing.
Favorite Thanksgiving side dish. Mine.
You ever drink Bailey's from a shoe?
No. My
Anybody know what
favorite.
that is?
My
That's a deep
favorite
cut.
Thanksgiving side dish would be the mashed potatoes that my Oma made, and she always puts little sautéed or caramelized little onions, like the onions you get on your In-N-Out burger, like the little grilled ones.
Mm.
And then she puts little chunks of bacon in there, and so you have the sweet and the salty, and then the buttery mashed potatoes. So those are my favorite side, second to stuffing. But I don't like crazy stuffing with like all kinds of stuff in it.
Okay,
Like
Lika got
simple.
it. She got it.
Oh
Old Greg. I'm old Greg.
gosh.
Gary Clark got it too.
Do you guys plan on going to Disneyland during November or December? Hey guys, we actually got, I think, 4 reservations in December right now. I'm actually pretty stoked about it. I could not be happier.
Peyton has asked this a couple of times. Thoughts on Rise of Resistance going to hybrid for virtual queue?
I definitely think they're doing it they want to be able to justify spending the money for the additional, what is it, lightning lane? I can never get
the a la carte lightning lane.
I think they need to make a long queue.
Oh, it looks like Jeff Pike is in here. Hi, Jeff.
But I do like that they're giving people an option, because the amount of disappointment and sadness that I see that makes my heart hurt for people that don't come often enough and they don't get a chance to go on Rise of the Resistance because of that stupid virtual queue, I think sucks. Not everybody has a smartphone and can work it that fast. Like my mother could have, my mom could never figure that out. No offense, my mom is a smart, wonderful, beautiful lady, but she's not going to be able to figure that out. Like the amount of, they just expect that everybody knows this technology thing. They don't. Not fair.
And I've said this before about Genie Plus. I think it was designed with those folks in mind who don't get to go a lot, who want to experience the best day they can possibly experience because they're only going to be there for 1, maybe 2 days if they're lucky.
Right.
So the Genie Plus, I think, was implemented to cater to those folks, right? So with that in mind, like what you just said, how do those folks know going in if they're not informed about that? They show up and then, wait a minute, oh, I was supposed to get up early and make this reservation. What's going on?
How are you supposed to know that?
Denard Crook sends $20 and another cool hippo emoji with she's got a robot arm and a rocket launcher.
Hey!
That's awesome. And then Michelle Phoenix sends $10. Turning Red is a new Disney and Pixar movie for $20.
Ooh!
All right.
I haven't watched a lot of the new stuff. I'm excited to see, though, what's going to happen. My mom couldn't even figure out mobile order, and bless the cast members. But yeah, mobile order is a mess. Mobile order is a disaster at Disneyland. Like I said, we went to Red Rose Tavern the other night in 40 minutes.
We spent a year at Red Rose Tavern the other night for an hour.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Well, it's insane, and it's not even for us, because again, I'm more advocating for the people that don't get. I want you to go and tell us I had the best experience ever. There's only so much we can do except for be loudmouths that, whine and complain as advocates for the people. I was talking to the lady in line next to me. Her and her kids said they only get to go to Disneyland 3 times a year. And she's like, I have spent 1 hour waiting for my food for my kids and I.
That's a
1 hour.
That's valuable
She
time.
could have went on 3 different attractions with her kids in that time, went and saw a show, got a spot for the fireworks. I can name 15 different things that should not take an hour. Again, an hour for us, BFD. We're there all the time. We have the time. We don't have a certain job that only, so it's not fair for those people. And those are the people I want to advocate for.
Jeff Pike says, with all this news, we need to bid a fond farewell to Earl of Sandwich. People are going to be bummed. Yes. Yeah. It looks like Earl is going to be going the way of the dodo, which is sad.
Or relocated. I
am hoping so much that it gets relocated because, like Jeff says, it's a great quick stop for some good food. Their mac and cheese is bomb. Their turkey dinner sandwich, whatever that one is, that warm one that has stuffing and turkey in it.
Yeah, the
All their
Thanksgiving
stuff's
one.
really good. They even have a meatball now.
I love the French dip.
It's just a nice spot to get a quick grab, and you could bring it into the park, or you could sit there and enjoy it outside. The Thanksgiving sandwich, yeah, that thing was.
Yeah, I've been a pass holder for a decade, and this is the first time I won't be renewing. Perhaps I'm a Universal girl now. Now, I can't. I'm not a big Universal California fan, not for me. So I would be a Knott's girl before I became a Universal girl.
Mm.
And only because, in my opinion, I feel, again, this is unpopular opinion, but I'm just being real with you because I don't really care. I would think if they really wanted to make Universal appealing to someone like me, which, again, they probably don't, and I don't blame them, I would love it if it was more focused on a tour of if it was more, it wasn't rides and theme parky. I would love it if it was more like, let's look at old Hollywood history. Let's do, like, maybe it was different tram tours, different stuff like that, like set things. I would love to see that versus like a bunch of simulator rides. You can take those and throw them over
tram
into
tour,
the ocean.
I'm going to be honest. The tram tour needs a facelift. It needs, it's the things that are awesome. Jaws, that when you drive through Cabot Cove there, keep that. Keep a few of the things, but
well, remember how King Kong used to be practical? Now it made me want to throw up.
Now it's all virtual.
Was awful.
They also
with the Fast and the Furious thing.
They also
what the heck?
Used to drive through the neighborhoods where they had the exteriors of the homes. The actual little neighborhoods, like where they could say, oh, this was Leave It to Beaver's house, and this was this house, and so they don't seem to do that anymore.
Oh, that's a good thing. Somebody said the only reason I go is because of Harry Potter and stuff. So yeah, if you're a huge Harry Potter fan, like they could expand on that, maybe show. They should expand on that. And I don't know.
I've heard rumor that they are going to expand the Harry Potter thing, kind of where the Fast and Furious thing is now. Harry Potter could maybe go out that direction, I think.
Yeah, not to mention I don't like spending 20 minutes dealing with escalators. Like, what the heck is that? That's not a theme park.
Well,
it ain't for me.
It was built as a studio, and the tram tour, or the tours of watching the movies, was an idea that they had back in the day, where they people would come in and sit in grandstands and watch them film movies in the early incarnation of the Universal Studios tour. And then it has since expanded into more of a theme park. But you're talking about a place that it's centered on a hill, and then half of the property is down below. So in trying to make that work with that giant escalator thing that they have, it's just a little weird. That's all.
Yeah, Universal in Hollywood could be so much more awesome. I would even like to see it more. Again, that's just my opinion. I'm not the be all know all. I'm not probably their target audience. Like, these are probably thrill seekers, and
well, that's fine.
And
you don't have to like everything, and it doesn't mean that it's not good for other people enjoy it. And
if it makes anybody happy, that's fantastic. Will I never go again? No, I'll go. Yeah. It's just not like I don't wake up in the morning and get excited to go to Universal.
Gary makes a good point. Super Nintendo World at Universal looks incredible. It does.
Yeah, that'll probably be fun.
I can't wait for that. They've taken out multiple sound stages down there in the lower lot where production used to happen. So it is becoming more of a theme park than it is a working studio. But everything changes. Progression, right? That's how it goes.
That's why I don't pretend to be a huge Universal gal, because then that I'd be pretending. Let's see. I love the Jimmy Fallon ride in Harry Potter. I'm not a fan of Universal. Universal's a half-day park. Can't get the same magic. How many people? A lot of people like Harry Potter Land, and
Sorry, Jason. I just stepped on you, but you got it.
Okay. Hey guys, from Canada. My wife has been to Disneyland over 30 times from Canada. That's a lot. I've been married to her for 15 years and been 14 times, and we haven't been in 7 years. Haha. Well, you need to go. Sounds like you need a trip. Y'all need a fun trip. Sounds like you're at Disneyland stands.
Liz Sophie makes a good point. Universal rides are not fluffy friendly, and I've heard that, and that's not cool.
Christopher, Katie, you look. Thank you for the 5. Katie, you look comfortable. Do you have a fireplace at your new house? We might. A lot of people think they know exactly where we are, but no. There was things we didn't show, so you might be off. Maybe we threw you all off.
Got a fireplace right here, though, in Malibu. We did.
Yeah, we definitely have one here. I love how Universal exec trashed Fast and the Furious Supercharged. Did they? Oh,
wow.
Boy, I haven't seen that. Oh, boy. Let's see.
To be fair, I think what you have to understand about Fast and the Furious, they're fantasy movies. I don't know if anything in those movies is practically
Realistic.
possible or realistic in with physics.
And if that's your thing,
but
what power to you?
they're fantasy films for car enthusiasts and Vin Diesel fans and things like that. And
my thing is that would kill me is if I was a huge fan of Fast and the Furious. I would hate that it also is now just a little screen thing. But I guess what could you do? I guess now that I think
well,
about
look, there's value to the screen technology, but you have to balance it with other things. You don't want to be just screen heavy. You want to have foreground elements. You want to integrate it, with other things, and so that it becomes more of a reality. Because we don't see things in a flat 2D thing. We see things in dimensions and depths and stuff like that. So
as parents with young kids, Universal wasn't as family oriented for little ones. We loved it as a date night, however. Well, that's option. Opinions on the pet ride at Universal. Fantastic.
We loved
I think it was great.
Yeah, they did a great job with that.
I hadn't even seen the movie, but they did a fantastic job. I loved the practical elements. The
queue was fun.
The queue was fun, super interactive. I think it was beautiful.
It was like Liz Sophie said, again, that was another one that was not fluffy friendly, the way that the ride vehicle was, I remember.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it was just a dark ride that just meanders through. It's not like... And they
I love when you say fluffy. It makes me laugh every time.
Well, that was the term that she used.
I know, it's great, though. I just love that it's just a fun... I like the word fluffy. Is Nintendo World at Universal open yet? No, it's not.
No.
I think it is only in Japan. I'm not super big on that, but that'll be so cool. I love Nintendo. That's definitely something that I could see myself getting excited about.
Well, because you're a big fan of Mario Kart, and I was a fan of Mario Brothers.
When was the last
Super
time
Mario
you went
Brothers.
to Universal in LA? Oh, it was summer. It was hot.
Yeah, we did a day earlier this year when it kind of around when it first opened, a couple weeks after.
We went, and I know I got really bad motion sickness on the tram tour, and coincidentally that day I had a migraine headache. So it had just started. I'm kind of prone to those migraines every once in a while. And so I was not having the best day, and on top of it, we couldn't get the food we wanted, and then we couldn't get on the Jurassic Park ride. So it was just one of those days, and you have those days.
And we were to be fair, we were fighting the clock that day too.
Yeah,
so
so all those things were it was not the best experience that day in a park that you're already not super familiar with and not the biggest fan of. But I think the bright spot that came out of that day was that we got to go on Pets, and that Secret Life of Pets ride, so good. So that really kind of made up for the whole. And I took 4 Advil. That kind of helped.
It's the kind of ride. It's the kind of ride that the detail was so well done that you could do it so many times and see all these different things, especially in the queue and just a lot going on. From somebody who is there shooting it, I was trying to catch everything, and I couldn't catch everything because it was like, oh, whoa, look at that. A
great attraction. They did amazing with that. Terry Robinson sends 20. Hey, my favorite Disney duo. Warning, I will be stalking y'all when you come to Vegas. Katie, thanks for the dinner idea. We're headed to Trader Joe's today.
Oh,
Trader Joe's, amazing. I love that. Have you ever thought of doing a video on the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco? Okay, so if you've been watching our channel for long enough, we actually did go. We went, we filmed a video, and we never released it. We had a couple of reasons why we didn't. Number one, the initial reason was because we kind of ran out of time. I can't remember, but something happened.
Yeah.
We lost a little bit of footage.
Yeah.
And then second of all, we kind of we had it, we started editing it for what we had, even missing the footage, and we went, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do this because then it might not make people go because they've already seen it.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of like if you film those like Walk in Walt's Footsteps tours or whatever they are. I think it might encourage somebody who might go there to not go because they're like, well, why do it, you know?
Yeah.
And so I kind of think we just looked at it and went, you know what? Maybe that's something that we could review it. We can share our experience, give you tips, anything you'd want to know.
I can say it's amazing. It is like, if you're a Walt fan, get ready for emotions or if you're a Disneyland fan in general, because his daughter created that, Diane, and wanted to kind of have a legacy that the family could have a little bit of control of, and knowing it was her dad. She knew him, as good as anybody in that family, probably knew him really well. And so you're getting a pure Walt Disney legacy there that's not run by the company that currently has control of all that stuff. So, that's why it's the Walt Disney Family Museum. And it's in such a beautiful area in the Presidio.
I also think our vlog couldn't do something like that justice. You are also not supposed to be filming. So that was another thing that made us think twice. Yeah. You're allowed to film in certain spots, so we only filmed what we were allowed to or we were given permission to film. Yeah. But again, it's like when you just compiled all of it, we're like, maybe we lost this footage for a reason. Maybe it just... I kind of think it was... and I know for us too, we really wanted to be in the moment there too, so I think like if you compile all that stuff, it was kind of like, you know what, that's where it went. We'll go back, we can review it, we can talk about it if we ever do. But I want to encourage you, if you are going up to that area in, San Francisco, go visit the museum. Oh, man. That's all I can say. Go visit it.
It's amazing.
You'll love it.
The gift shop? Killer gift shop.
Amazing.
Killer gift shop.
Yeah. I love that museum. I live right by it. Well, you are lucky.
Savannah says a tribute museum is needed in Disneyland. That's true. There should be some kind of permanent homage to Walt, aside from the partner statue.
Tim Noel, have you guys ridden the rides at Castle Park and Riverside? A long time ago, I did. If that, I'm thinking of the right place. I might not be. But Castle Park, I remember going there as a kid, or... Was it a kid? If I'm thinking of the right place, then yes, that was it.
Is that the one where they shot Karate Kid, right?
Oh, I don't know.
It was at a Castle Park, but I'm not sure what city it was in. Would you ever visit Busch Gardens?
We tried to.
Yeah, we just never got over there.
I think we had the day planned, but that might have been, ironically, I think that was a day I woke up with a migraine.
Lyndon says, hey Spencer, other than the park itself, is the online store where you buy all your Mickey hats. My son loves your hats. I just go to newera.com. Neweara, New Era. And that's where you get these hats. So, and a lot of them are exclusives that drop that are limited. So if you don't get them right away, some of those oddball ones that I have, it's, you got to be on it. Maybe you can go there and get on their notifications list, and that would help you out. Karate Kid did golf and stuff. Oh, okay, that's right.
Best thing to eat at DCA for Festival of the Holidays or in general? If you're saying in general, I wish I could have said Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta, but they are no more.
I like those tacos that you can get at over at the wharf.
Anything at the wharf over there at the Casino Cucamonga, by far, like you're gonna be good.
Oh yeah, Jason. They have a tribute for Walt at Hollywood Studios. Yeah,
yes, they do.
Good
luck with that.
Yeah, bring your tissue with that.
Yeah, bring your box of tissues. Good luck. If you are a fan, good luck, because you are going to be just like, oh my gosh. Katie, what was the name of that holiday Bath and Body Works hand soap you love? Okay, it's like Alpine. Hold on, I think I took a photo of it. Hold, please. So my favorite scents from Bath and Body Works this year, for the holidays. I took photos of them because I had a few people asking me. These are just my picks, things that I liked. Okay, it is called Snowy Alpine Mountain. This is what it looks like. It smells so good. I know that I think there's the hand soap sale going down, and I'm probably gonna miss it sadly, but like dang, I would buy like 18 of them.
Yes, wayfinding adventures. The tacos birria at Cocina at Pacific Wharf, or Cochina. I never know how to pronounce that
I
correctly.
think it's Cochina Cucamonga.
Cucamonga. We'll just say Cucamonga.
My other favorite scent. There's a few. I love winter candy apple, but bright Christmas morning. I got this in the candle and then the room spray and the wallflowers. I wish I would have bought more. This scent, incredible. And then in the aromatherapy, the tea tree and peppermint is something that I also have. Again, wish I would have bought more. I love winter candy apple and vanilla bean Noel as well. Those are kind of like the old throwback scents, but those are my picks for Bath & Body Works.
Samantha was asking about Disney Springs, whether we were at Paddlefish or Boathouse, because she wants to make reservations. We went to Boathouse.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Tree Farm. That's the other one.
Squirrel.
Tree Farm, or any of the like the balsam scents. I love those too.
But yeah, we went to Boathouse, if you're asking, and it was amazing. That we have a video on that.
Do you hear waves?
Cocina,
Probably.
thank you, Eddie.
Cocina, thank you.
Boathouse is way better, according to Jason DeYoung, local Floridian, Walt Disney Worldian, WDWN.
Yeah. You might be hearing the waves. I can open this so you can kind of hear them a little bit better now that we're done with the news portion. There. Hopefully you can hear them a little bit better. We're actually
Christopher Quinn sends 5. Is it Disney or YouTube that gives you the copyright strike on music when you were in the parks?
Both.
Well, yeah, kind of both in a sense. You know, it comes through YouTube, but whoever owns the rights to the song is the one who, they don't make the strike, they just get notified of it. It's an automatic thing through YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have to just be careful of that because, you know, it's not fun. It ain't fun. What are those fries Katie loves at Disneyland called again?
The loaded fries.
The loaded fries. I don't know if they're still there anymore. No idea. I'm at work. My work is on the beach. Nice.
Disney will copyright those wave sounds.
Dude,
exactly.
They would if they could. Probably.
Yeah. Basically, if you just got in here, a lot of announcements that we made about this Destination D23.
This is kind of the hangout portion.
Yeah, this is the after party. Magic bands are coming to Disneyland. We're very excited about that. I never thought that would happen. We're getting Fantasmic back.
World of Color back. Festival of Fantasy in Walt Disney World, Main Street Electrical Parade at Disneyland.
Right, as well as a refurb and a reimagined area of downtown Disney, the area closest to Disneyland Hotel, and Disneyland Hotel also getting some love. And here comes a helicopter.
Terry sends 5. Thank you, Katie. On the last live cooking minute, you picked up the olive wood bowl and thought coconut bra, right? When you did it, I shot Coke out of my nose. Well, I'm sorry if that happened. This sweatshirt is old. Wow, that's a big helicopter.
Coast Guard.
This one is not available at Disneyland anymore. That's why when I say if you see something at Disney, grab it, because sometimes it doesn't come back. I was talking about magic bands yesterday at Disneyland and how much I wish we had them. It's so funny. Mia, you predicted the future.
Yeah.
I love it.
I never thought it would happen. I thought that it just was something in their eyes that they thought was better for resorts, but they're trying to make Disneyland more resort-like. And I also think that because of what happened last year, that the touchless technology is going to get implemented because of that and forwarded because of that. Mm-hmm. I think that was what it was. Had we not, I don't know, I wonder if that had not happened, if that horrible year that we all had not happened, would we be getting magic bands? I wonder.
I do think so. I think it was always going to happen eventually.
I don't know.
That was my opinion, because I think the elevators at the Disneyland Hotel and the Grand have always had that technology. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn they were set up for that technology.
Right? It is surprising, Mia. I wonder, does anybody else think that it was because of the world breaking and us not wanting to touch things, or, obviously to be safe, not to touch it, touching less things and less contact in sales and in transactions and any type of,
And again, that's not just for COVID. Like, it's, when it's cold and flu season in general.
Yeah.
Like, that's another added layer. That's why I always advocate, if you're going to these theme parks, it's not just about, trust me, COVID is a very real, very serious concern. But also remember things that, for people that are immunocompromised, getting your flu shot is a big thing to do. The whole myth about it getting you sick, it can't get you sick.
There's talk about Paradise Pier. Do you think they will refurb that? And somebody else says it's weird that they have a 13th floor. So Paradise Pier Hotel originally was not owned by Disney when it was first built. I think it was a Japanese company that built it. They don't adhere to that whole 13th floor superstition that we have here.
I think it's lucky for them.
I think it's a lucky number,
in the Japanese
to be
culture.
fair. Yeah.
I could be wrong on that.
And so then it was bought by Disney and reimagined or repurposed as, Paradise Pier. So they kept it because, they could renumber it, I guess, if they wanted to, but they haven't. So that's why there's 13th floor. Do I think they'll refurb it? I don't know. I think they're waiting for this Disney Forward thing to flesh out. And I see, this is my speculation, I don't know. I see that place being taken down and being, removed.
With any luck, it will be.
You know,
because that
it
hotel...
It just doesn't...
It needs love.
Yeah. We went and stayed there, and it definitely...
Here's the thing. The pool could be bigger. The elevator system, not good. Rooms, fantastic. Love the rooms. But
you can tell that it was not built and designed by Disney.
Yeah.
When you go to the resorts in Orlando, and I think that's why I say that now, because I've seen these resorts that they've conceived.
Well, the
and
potential
built.
that Disney has.
Yeah, and then even when you see Disneyland Hotel in Grand California, and then you go to Paradise Pier, you're like, what is this? Is it a better value? Sure. Sometimes that's paramount for people, and that's the main reason that they are staying at certain places. And I get that. It's a very expensive undertaking to come to a Disney resort. Do we need another value resort? We do. We need maybe a better value resort, because if you look at the value resorts in Walt Disney World, they far exceed what Paradise Pier is offering.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Somebody had a good question, though, and where did it go? Question, knowing that you have magic bands from Walt Disney World, will they work at Disneyland? No, I don't think they will. I think the magic bands at Walt Disney World, the regular magic bands, I think they'll work at Walt Disney World still, but I don't think those will work at Disneyland.
That could be something in the future that they work out, maybe.
I think that Disney, the Magic Band Plus will work at just Disneyland, or how do I explain that? I can't even word it right now. Sorry, never mind. I'm too tired. Does Disney offer credit cards for points towards Disney trips? Well, I think you have a Disney Chase Visa, I think is what it is. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Of which we don't have? Yeah. Nightlock YouTube sends $2. Thank you. Magic Band Plus at Disneyland. Can I use my regular Magic Band? No, I don't think so. Terry, we stayed at Paradise Pier and the cast members made it the best. Cast members, fantastic.
Yeah.
And now also, too, when we were there, everything was kind of shut down. There was no place to eat. It was all just downtown Disney. I kind of think they're just using it to make it work. I guess, again, remember when we say blow something up, get rid of it, whatever, I'm saying use the potential that Disney has, because now we know what they're capable of. So that's where we're coming from. We're not ragging on it just to rag on it, because, be grateful there's anything. But what my point is, we're just saying, like, utilize the potential and greatness that they have.
Yeah.
Make it better, because it deserves to be better.
It has the potential to be great.
Yeah.
With the proximity, it really does.
They could even make a cool bridge to go over to DCA, I think that would be cool because we used to have a little entrance just for Paradise Pier Hotel in DCA.
I think what they should do
is make a sky bridge.
Is sky bridge it, kind of like how downtown Disney is, how they took the road under downtown Disney.
Go over.
Leave the from DCA over to Simba or over to Paradise Pier. Leave that flat, dig the road under, and just continue the park. And I think that was part of what Disney Forward was going to be. Was they were going to take that Simba area over there and just expand over to that way.
And the pool was at Paradise Pier. That's a good point, Jason. The pool is just awful for how big that hotel is and for how many families love pools. We have some of the best weather in the world in California, literally. We should have better pools. That's for no doubt.
It's funny because the deck was huge, and then it was this tiny little pool.
And there was just not enough room for the kids. Like, again,
and to be fair,
adults too, but
that water slide, I stopped. I couldn't even move in it. It was like I got stopped. It was just like they need to,
But yeah, I think it definitely needs to be refixed. Again, use your potential. What land and attraction would you love to work at Disneyland Resort? Oh yeah, the view is great from Paradise Pier Hotel. Where would you like to work? I feel like I would love Fantasyland. No, I wouldn't. Honestly, no. You're right, because when kiddies get cranky there, it makes me sad.
New Orleans Square or Adventureland, somewhere in that zone for me. I also like Frontierland, but
I feel like Adventureland. I could do Adventureland. Small World would be nice. That would be really nice.
You wouldn't get sick of it?
No. I could never get sick of Small World. And I don't even want to talk about Small World or it's going to make me sad because this is going to be year number 2 without Small World Holiday.
Oh, Jason, is monorail or railroad?
Ooh, monorail would be good. Ooh, railroad would be awesome.
Yeah.
Driving the train. Let's see. Pixar Pier.
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Some more Drive the Trains.
The train or monorail would be pretty cool. The monorail would be fun at Walt Disney World.
The cool thing about the trains at Disneyland, Skipper at Jungle Cruise. Yeah, that'd be fun. The cool thing about the train at Disneyland is that the people that are involved in that, the cast members that are driving it and maintaining it and all that, are like hardcore train people. Like they're not just like transportation folks who are like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to drive the omnibus and then next day I'm going to drive the monorail. No, they're like dedicated to the train. They're train buffs. And if you know train buffs, it's a big deal. That's a huge culture. I remember just going, to the Metro Rail out in Burbank, and there's old dudes that would sit there. They'd bring their fold-up chairs, and they sit and they watch the trains go by, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a whatever, and they know the names, and they like to, it's just this whole culture of trains, and then there's hobo culture. I mean, it goes deep, and the people that work on the train, I don't know, it's just a whole thing, and so I love that that's part of Disneyland, that these guys are diehard about it. You're talking about steam engine railroads of the past.
Why are you so tired today, Katie? Moving, taking a break from that, working on a lot of our plans for the next couple months.
Michael sends $5.
Family stuff.
Disney Dad 98, he says, I always say this, I'd never work where I like to play. Yeah, that makes sense too.
That's why we're lucky with the YouTube stuff, is like, we're not there all, like, as much as we would be if we were cast members. Kudos to them, man. Quick
recap. All right, so Magic Bands are coming to Disneyland. Fantasmic's coming back.
Magic Band Plus.
Magic Band Plus is coming to Disneyland. Fantasmic's back. Main Street Electrical Parade's back. World of Colors coming back.
Festival of Fantasy in Walt Disney World.
Right.
New stage show at Walt Disney World.
Disneyland Hotel getting a facelift. Downtown Disney, area closest to the Disneyland Hotel, getting a full-on redo. That's basically, in a nutshell, what is happening.
Yeah, a couple things. Obviously,
we talked a lot about details in the beginning of the video if you want to watch the replay.
Yeah, once we're done, it'll upload and we'll save this live. This is just the hangout and chill portion where we hang out and chill.
Yeah, Jungle Cruise would be cool. I would love if I was able to change it up, and I would write, because I think they give you a parameter of like, here's what we want you to say, and there's a little bit of liberty involved in that in some areas of how you can add your own personal touch to it or your personality, and that's what I would do. I would try to make it different as possible every couple of laps, you know what I mean? So that if some people came on again or they wrote it the day before, it wouldn't be the same thing.
Tony, we don't have dates for when these things are happening. They've just said 2022. Some things say early 2022, like the Downtown Disney and Magic Band stuff. They said early 2022. I think January was specifically when they mentioned construction for a multi-year project on Downtown Disney improvement and redesign. That's going to be a multi-year thing that's starting January 2022.
Tisha and Megan, sent 5. Okay, Spencer, since everyone wants you to be a skipper, can we get a vlog with a blab audio overlay? That's a good idea.
That'd be hilarious.
That's funny. That's really funny.
If you had that technology like the way Bricky does it with green screens or something.
Well,
oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Well, no, what they say is a really easy thing is you go and
overlay
you go and ride it and shoot it, and then add the audio
but
after.
I'm talking you dressed up and then with one of those things at a green screen. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking like funny as all HE double.
Well, I would have to somehow overlay myself where the skipper was.
That's what I'm saying. If you shoot a point of view. I am so tired, you guys. I need more coffee. I'm gonna kick you. I am so tired. I also, too, went to bed way later than I should have and woke up way earlier. So that on top of it, plus I'm listening to waves. I'm pretty relaxed.
Thank you, 520.
Thank you. Talk to Bricky, he would help you. He probably would. He's so awesome.
Joe says, ever thought of doing a Griffith Park video? I did because they just had their 125th anniversary, I believe. Recently, they had a huge anniversary like a week and a half ago.
So for Orange County people, what's Griffith Park?
Griffith Park is LA's largest park. It is...
And not to diss you, Orange County people, because I am Orange County people.
No, she's just trying to be informative.
Well, I'm telling you because I didn't know what that was for the longest time, so...
It's been there for quite some time. There used to be like mountain lions and bears and all sorts of stuff in Griffith Park. It's a huge footprint. It's in the Hollywood Hills, and it goes from the Burbank side over to Hollywood. Actually, it spans that far, and it's where the Walt Disney's barn is. It's where the there's 2 different sections of like the live steamers, the little mini trains. There's one in the front on Los Feliz Boulevard in Riverside where you can ride a train. There's horseback riding. There's massive park space. There's golf courses. It's a beautiful park. I used to live very close to Griffith Park when I lived down the street from the old Hyperion Studios, the original Disney Studios. Griffith Park was a bicycle ride away, and it's where it's very close to where the real Hyperion Bridge is. They even have the fountain that is across the street from the entrance to Griffith Park in the Los Feliz area. They have a recreation of that fountain at Hollywood Studios, a smaller version of the Mulholland Fountain, I believe it's called. There's Griffith Park Observatory. Liz said her husband proposed there. They have a beautiful observatory. That's where Rebel Without a Cause, there were some scenes filmed there with James Dean, among other films. So yeah.
Yeah, so that...
Oh, the carousel, sorry.
Oh, how could we forget
Thank you, Eric. The carousel, which still is there and operates, I think on weekends only.
The famous carousel.
Is where Walt Disney would take his daughters and they would ride the carousel, and he'd sit there on a bench eating popcorn, conceiving Disneyland and thinking, it'd be cool if there was a place that we could all go together and enjoy. One of the many influences and inspirations for Disneyland. There were many. There was a few different things. It wasn't just that, but that was a major part of it. And there's one of the benches exists in Disneyland in the Opera House that you can look at. That is a major
And I think
part of
at the Walt Disney Family Museum they have the bench as well.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, this is a gloomy sleep all day type of Saturday. I'm telling you, like
there's a heavy marine layer going on out there. It's gray.
I'll take a picture so you can see our view because I don't want to move the setup right now.
Travel Town with the Hick Store. Yes, Tim, thank you. Travel Town has like a train museum with full-sized locomotives. There's an old red car there. The blimp, I think it's that version of a red car, not like the trolley. They may have a trolley like Pacific Electric, but they have
This
a
is
blimp
what our
by
view
now.
is, like right next to us.
Very gray.
You can see how gray it is, and like when you're listening to the waves and all that, I'm just like, woo! And I've been reading all morning. I was reading all of the updates. I think that kind of makes me extra sleepy too. We'll definitely go down there once the tide goes out, and we'll film a little bit. Won't be the longest vlog, but like kind of just film, you know, a beach update. I think a lot of people grew very attached to it from Home is Where the Vlog is.
Yeah.
So I feel like whenever we're back here, it's like you have to kind of share it with the rest of the family, because it's like, you know, it's your home too a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So I think so. I think it's kind of like this shared place that we have so many fond memories, you know? I know I especially think of Binky a lot when I'm here, because, you know, this
Yeah.
was...
Well, it's a special place. It's awesome being in Malibu and being able to come here.
And
you know,
share it.
yeah, it's a it's a gift. It's pretty amazing. The beach is amazing.
Yikes, that's too close to the water. Yeah, it is close. It's...
We're basically on the back of a boat at high tide. I mean, it goes under our deck. We're a good 30 feet in the air, maybe or so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis.
Aw, you're amazing, Dennis.
Thank you.
Make it Avengers Tower. That'd be rad. That'd be so cool. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking about Paradise Pier,
That'd be a good idea.
that would be so cool.
I just think, yeah, they need to do something with that area. It's valuable space over there because they don't have a lot left in the Anaheim area for them to expand.
Yeah.
Unless they started buying. I also think that they should purchase Garden Walk and
Yeah.
just take it,
Just do something with it.
because the proximity, the size, and the potential of that area, especially being that it is directly across the street from the Toy Story lot, the footprint could be expanded and connected very easily.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about your new place? Everything. I love our new home so much.
It's
is
great.
quiet. I love the layout. I think it's like we were very picky about where we went. So I think that the first time when we moved to Anaheim, we didn't really take a lot of time to make sure that every single box was checked. And I think the thing about our new place in Orange County is that we were very selective of what we chose, you know, like every little thing. I think we checked almost every single box,
Yeah.
you know, and I think it makes us want to work harder, you know. I think like your home should be something that inspires you to, you know, work hard in life.
Rosalie
And
says,
my kitchen.
Rosalie says, being so high up, the waves don't hit you. Sometimes they do actually splash all the way up onto this deck, believe it or not. Aubrey from Hatsketeer's Magical Adventures sends 5. Thanks, Aubrey. Oh my God, we're getting magic bands now. Can you fill me in really fast? It's Aubrey. Can we use regular Florida bands? Probably not.
No.
We don't think so,
No, I don't think so.
Aubrey. But yes, we're getting Magic Band Plus.
And when we end this live stream, it'll re-upload, so you'll get all the information, you know, really
Yeah.
quickly. Katie, do you use essential oils? I don't. I have nothing against them. I don't. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. I like them though. Your new place sounds wonderful. It definitely is. Nice. We're kind of close to the beach there too. We're actually really close to the beach there. So I think that's, I think another highlight too.
Yes.
You know, is being so close to the water there too. Not as close as here, clearly, but pretty darn close. And I think that is another thing that is nice. It's a little cooler there. Your new place sounds yeah, definitely is. Thank you for the live stream. It's been quite fun to know the Disney information. Yeah, I think it's fun just hanging out, you know, as well as eating on your lanai. Yes. Okay, let's see. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Going to brunch now. I know we better end up. Oh, good. Your feet will forever thank you for the Hoka Bondi 7. You're welcome.
There you go.
But yeah, we need to wrap this up because we have to film a little bit today. We got stuff going. We have stuff to do. Also, I'm hoping just to have like a good hour of relax time. I think that's definitely in.
Yes.
It's a need. I know the waves make you sleepy. They're making me sleepy too. Normally they don't really put me out, but when they're kind of like a little lull like there. Oh, I thought that was like a giant shark, but it's a sea-doo. Somebody on, is that what they're called, a sea-doo?
Yeah.
Dude, or that, I literally, that's when you know you're tired. But, you know, when they're kind of a nice little quiet lull like they are right now.
Yeah.
That makes me sleepy. What are the brands for casual visitor? Wait, sorry. What are the bands for anybody can use a magic band. Yeah, as long as you buy them. Was the construction your dad did at the new place finished? We still have stuff to do, but most of it's done.
Yeah.
I'd say. Okay.
D23 is making more announcements. Katie, get on the horn.
Okay.
What's going on? Jason has alerted us.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, Jason's been doing an epic job, as usual. You know, he doesn't just take care of trolls. He answers a lot of questions. He's very knowledgeable about the Disney product, as well as Florida, for that matter.
Okay, hold on. I'm on it now. We are updating 7 a.m.
Indiana Jones opening in December. It's one of the announcements. Nice, Jason. I remember, you know, walking by that so many times, seeing that huge Raiders sign, or the Indiana Jones sign is what it says, but it looks like the Raiders logo, you know. And I kind of peeked into that theater. That looks like an amazing show.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything right now.
He's getting Twitter alerts, but yeah, December for Indiana Jones. Another announcement.
What?
They're getting Indiana Jones back in December.
Back?
Well, opening up. It's been
the
closed.
show.
Yeah. Yes, this is Malibu. We are in Malibu.
Easier.
Refurbished trains at Walt Disney World.
Oh!
So that's where they've been, because I honestly thought we'd have the trains back for the 50th, meaning October, but the 50th lasts 18 months, so the trains will probably come back within that time frame, right, Jason?
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
The stunt show, I'm seeing that now.
Can't believe we've never ridden the trains at Walt Disney World, at Magic Kingdom.
I know.
It seems like is it a longer ride? I would assume that it is.
So.
Right, Jason? Because it's a bigger footprint in general.
Would be after.
Any word on the trams? What trams are next year, early next year, right?
Yeah, my guess, if I had to say, I'd say February, March. I don't think it'll be a January thing. So.
Do we know any famous people in Malibu? Yeah. Katie, did y'all enjoy the chocolate croissants this morning? I love those from Trader Joe's.
So good.
Those were good.
Yes, they were delicious.
Oh, so Jason says the train ride is probably a good 20-minute round trip. Ours is kind of close to that.
Yeah.
I wonder how many stops you have, though, because we have, the reason ours takes 20 is because of all the stations and the stops.
Yeah.
What do we have? 3 stops? We have New Orleans Square, Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We have 3 stops, right?
Yeah.
Well, and then Main Street Station, so 4 stops.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else now, so that might have been... Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. Because this last one I'm seeing is Stunt Show. Okay. All right.
Oh,
well,
you guys have 3 stops. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it's the same then. Is that including Main Street, or, you know what I mean? Does that include that?
Yeah, I don't know. But we need to wrap this up though, because we gotta get filming.
We do. Because when it's gray like this, I never know what time it is. It could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It could be 8 in the morning. It seems all the same.
What time do you think it is? Without looking.
11?
12. After
See?
12.
It's always later than I think, and it's like the day starts going, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, 3 total. Okay, so less than so technically that would be a longer circuit then, because less stops but longer.
I want to get Blue Bottle coffee today again.
So the D23 live stream is up. So yeah, we'll watch that and see what else we can learn.
And that way, for you replay viewers, you can get more of the news. That way, you know, you're not tuning in going, wait, I thought this was news, and you're just sitting here chatting.
They're replacing a segment in Fantasmic, water effects, stunt performers, and more.
Nice.
Cool.
Love it. Always love more Fantasmic. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed that and found any information helpful to you. Again, if you missed a lot of the news, when we end this live stream, it'll upload and it'll have all the information from the first time.
Yes.
And you know, I hope you enjoyed it. We loved hanging out with you guys.
Thanks for being here. Thanks to our Patreons. Thanks to Jason for moderating as always. And we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you want to make sure to not miss these live streams, the best thing you can do is hit your notification bell.
That's right.
There's a little notification bell right next to the subscribe button, and that'll kind of show you, you know, how to make it so that you always are notified when we're live and when we post new videos.
Yes, you'll be in the know. And hit that thumbs up on the way out. It helps us a lot. And any comments you have about all these new changes and any rumors that you've heard, please leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
Keep it an open forum.
Yes. And we'll see you guys next time on Best Life and Beyond. Bye-bye, everybody.